Hi, Nathaniel here, and welcome to the video about building an all-star profile. Now, I'm not talking about an all-star in my eyes. It's all about what LinkedIn's looking for, and there's 8 key factors that they look for in deciding whether a profile is considered all-star or not. So we're going to share those with you, so that if you're new on LinkedIn or just starting out, that you can actually implement these on your profile before you start connecting with people. Because if you do these things, it's going to help you in a couple of ways. One is you have more chance of people accepting your connection request. It shows people, I guess, that you're taking your online profile seriously, that you take your business seriously and your career seriously. So that's important. And the second reason is you're going to show up more in the search results for the keywords that you're targeting. Let's quickly look at a profile update that somebody made when this chap he's no longer a real estate agent, but when he did become one, he updated his LinkedIn profile, and there's an article online about how he got a listing and sold a house within a week. $5,000 profile update, and you really don't know the power of what LinkedIn can do until you start using it and you see these things that you never expected pop up. I'm going to share a video from one of the LinkedIn Power profiles. These are the people that get viewed the most out of all the people that are on LinkedIn, and Sharon's got a few words that I'd like you to watch.
I joined LinkedIn in 2003. I was sitting in New York working on a big outsourcing deal, and up popped this email, invite to connect. And I opened it, thought, this is a good idea. And of course I joined at that point. The first piece of advice I would give people is make sure you keep your profile up to date all the time. If you land a new job, win an award, get a qualification, let the world know. You'll be amazed what comes out of just a simple update like that. The second tip I'd give is actually to put a link to your profile page in your email signature. That really encourages people to stay in touch. So with LinkedIn, I can actually turn cold calls into warm calls. And the way I do that is to find a company I want to reach out to, look on LinkedIn to see who I'm connected to in a second level connection, and reach out to those people. If they have a mutual contact or they're part of the same group that I'm involved in, already it's warm by the time I approach them and introduce my company services. I also use LinkedIn for work, advertising my company services. And what's fantastic about LinkedIn ads is that they're so targeted. You can really specify down to minutiae the sort of audience you want to reach. The great thing is that you don't need a graphic designer, an ad agency, and you don't need to be a techo to post an ad with LinkedIn.
This is closer to 6 million now, ladies and gentlemen.
There are only roughly 8 million households in Australia. If you do the maths, that means on average every second household in Australia has a LinkedIn member, which in anyone's language is amazing market penetration.
Wow.
What I guess this means for Australian professionals is you can't afford not to be on LinkedIn. It's the business networking site of choice for professionals. It's the place to be. When we launched 6 months ago, we didn't really have a marketing budget. So I put the word out to my connections on LinkedIn, hoping they'd spread the word. Actually, 50 of them within a few hours shared matchboard.com.au with their connections, and day one I landed 3 amazing clients.
Wow.
With a marketing cost of 0. So there is such a thing as a free lunch. It's called LinkedIn, so enjoy.
Wow, that's awesome. Sharon is CEO of Matchboard. Absolutely fantastic story there, and it can happen to everyone. So let's start with the basics, and the foundations are, get a photograph that represents your brand, that's industry specific. You need to dress appropriately. Obviously, you don't want things like, photographs with your dog or, your partner. It has to be professional. Current position and 2 previous experiences. Okay, if you just started like on LinkedIn and you haven't connected with a whole bunch of people yet, make sure you get these things done first, because it will make a big difference to the amount of people that actually connect with you. Your experience, make sure the headline has keywords in it and is descriptive. There's no rule that says that it has to be your job title. It can, be whatever you like. It doesn't necessarily have to have your job title. A lot of people make the mistake of having account manager or business development manager or, you know, consultant, and really your customers are never going to search for those terms. It's really only recruiters and salespeople that will search for things like that. Your summary, there's Becky from our team. You can see you can tell exactly what she does within the first couple of sentences. She's got bullet points there which make it easy to read and include keywords, and also you know, finishes off with a call to action. We will be going into this in a lot more detail and stand out from the crowd, so don't stress too much at this stage. Make sure you put your industry, location, and postcode in. That's three things that LinkedIn also look at. Keep in mind that LinkedIn want to give their users a good experience, and people do search by location specific search phrases. So if you don't have a postcode when you set up your LinkedIn, when somebody searches for business professionals in Melbourne, it's going to be, you know, less likely that you show up. Skills and experience, add at least 5, but by all means add as many as you like. Put them in the order that you prefer to be you know, endorsed in, and drag them towards the top of your profile. In fact, I might actually just show you exactly how to do that now. Okay, this is my LinkedIn profile that you can see here in front of you. And if I hover over profile and click on edit profile, this is where you can edit. So like if I want to edit my headline, I click on this pen signal here. If I want to edit my location, I do it here. Edit contact information down here. Try and complete all of this. I know that if you put your mobile phone number, you might get sales calls. I'd encourage you to put at least your office number, and you don't have to put your exact address, but put the area that you're in and the postcode. And the websites, you can actually make them descriptive. We're going to go into a lot more detail in this part in module 3 when we do profile optimization. So I really just want you to get the basics right. It's headline, your photograph, and location. And if we go down to summary, you'll notice that mine's right. I have my skills and experience right below summary. And most people have it below their experience, and you can pick it up by dragging and dropping it by picking it up at the top right hand corner. And the reason I do this is for 2 reasons. First of all, the reason that social media is becoming so popular is because other people can do the selling for you. So what the idea is we tell them exactly why we do what we do, you know, what our unique selling points are, the calls to action, and then we show some media, and then we, you know, impact that even more with all these endorsements. A lot of these from my clients, and then that may be mutual connections of people that are looking at the profile, rather than just me harping on about my experience. So you see that I've got a lot of content here, but as much as possible, I encourage my network to do the speaking for me. And when you've got a credible reputation, you should be able to get lots of people contributing to projects, publications, ask them for testimonials, all that kind of stuff. So you notice there's a whole bunch of stuff here, and we'll be going through this bit by bit throughout the course. So don't stress too much about it all at the moment, but this is the sort of direction that you need to be in, because it's not just about content, it's about engaging content, relevant content, and having your network speak for you. And your business professionals are all on here in Australia, so it's very important. We'll cut back to the PowerPoint slides now, because I'm conscious that we don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm sure you're all very busy. The education is important. It is another important factor in terms of getting the all-star profile. 50 plus connections. Ideally, you should be getting over 500, but definitely 50 plus. Before you start adding people that you don't know. Okay. Module 2, really looking forward to showing you how to stand out from the crowd. This is when we start to get into more of the advanced stuff. And once we've completed this next module, we will have laid the foundation, and we're going to get into profile optimization, which is where the fun really starts.